Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Barbara, and you're on Barbara Sews and More. Today, I'm supposed to be working on an outfit, and I came and I showed you what that outfit looks like. Let me see if I can turn around and find it. I should have got it before. Oh, my little cubby hole here. But it is Simplicity 5546, and I think I already told you that it came out in, 1982. It's not as early as I thought, but my idea is to make this blue dress. It has 3 layered sleeves. It's got little pin tucks that come across the front with just a bow under a Peter Pan collar, full skirt, and it has just a keyhole opening in the back. I got all of my pieces cut out already. Here was my beautiful fabric that I got from Fabric Mart. It's a beautiful rayon crepe. Absolutely love it. It'll be perfect in this dress. But right after that video, I got to thinking about some stuff that I really need to do that I've put on back order. And so I have kind of put my sewing at rest. So I'm probably not going to be sewing now for 2 weeks, if not longer, until I get myself in order and together. So that will be the next thing, though, that I do actually make. And then I'll let you know what's going on with me. But anyway, today I went shopping. Me shopping, you kidding? And I went to 2 or 3 stores. Let me go ahead and show you this. I went to Five and Below because we were over there. And there's a whole line of stuff going on in my home. So, but it's not necessary, I guess. But I was over there by Five and Below, and I bought this. Man, I can even smell it right now. But it's called Botanic Bounce, and you've got these 7 different fragrances of what do you call that? The incense sticks, you know. And I already have a holder to put my stick in so it doesn't drop everywhere, because it does have a little flame at the end of it, and you have to be careful because you can catch fire and stuff. But the 7 names, one is called Suck It Up, Grow Glow, Pot It Like It's Hot, Root Vibes Only, Sprout Out Loud, Leaf Me Be, and Save the Day. And those are puns on statements that you hear. But it's supposed to be 7 high quality scents. And I asked the woman there, and she herself had never tried this particular one. But there's actually another box with 7 others, and she tried that one and she liked it okay. I actually have some incense that I bought. One was Patacholi, I think it's called, and Nag, Thumpa, Nag, Monk. Anyway, I had not used those in so long, though, that it seemed like I was getting more smoke than I was fragrance. And so these were $5, so that's pretty good for 7. And I haven't tried one yet, but I'm hoping that it turns out and they smell really good. So I got that from Five and Below. And also, while I was in there, I got a couple sets of nails. Their nails by Kiss are $5, and at Walmart they're $7 and $8. So I mean, that's just really a good place to get your nails. Now these nails that I have, they're kind of just a running start for me, because they do have a little few designs on them, but I plan on embellishing them more, to making them more special. Let me show you the first one, and these are mediums because in the past that's what I've worn, and there should be enough to at least be able to one time. But first of all, there's these, and it's kind of like, I think that's black. For a minute I thought maybe it was really deep burgundy wine color, and then it's got these little, see, it's pink, white, and that black mauve. Maybe in a better light I'll be able to tell later. little flower on there. My idea is to put polka dots of pink all over these and put like little balls, glue them, gems inside the flower petals. And then on this one, it's also really cute. It's got pink French tips. It's got a little flower, and then it's got like a smiley face. I don't know how well you can see. And the same thing here, I'm going to get red, or I don't know if that's orange or like an orange red, or it's just a pink, but I'm going to put polka dots on that as well. And we'll see what else I do with this. But I thought these were really cute too. And it gives me a head start, and it doesn't take me as long to get going. And yet I still get to do something special on them. So that's what I got at Five and Below. And then while I was there, I went over to Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby, the reason I went to a lot of these stores is because they're all in the same little plaza. So they're right next to each other. And so we were going to be over there in that area anyway. So since we were there, that's why I went to these different stores. But in Hobby Lobby, they always have buttons on sale. If it's a certain amount, they're 99 cents. If it goes over an amount, they're $1.99. But the buttons that I got were actually already clearance. So I got these for 94 cents. And I just thought they were really cute. And they feel like that shell kind of. And I just thought those were really pretty. And I got some others that are real similar to them. Then I got this one that I thought was really pretty. This one here seems to be a little larger. These are, does it tell me? It doesn't tell you the width of the button. I guess so you are, again, you're guessing, because it doesn't tell you on the packaging. And then the third one that I got looks like that abalone-like shell. And I think those are really pretty. I actually have some similar to these, but I know they're different. These seem to have some purple going through them. So I thought those were 3 packs, and these were only 62. No, I'm looking at it upside down. These were 76 cents. All right, well, the next thing that I got, because I have a whole bunch of thread, but back when Joann was going out of business, I bought some, oh gosh, what is that thread called? It's like $6 a yard. It's German. I bought some of that from Joann's, but they were only like 32 cents each. But they're the decorative thread where they're like shiny thread. So you wouldn't use it to make a garment per se, but maybe a top stitch or an embroidery or something like that. And so I can't use those, but it's taking up a bunch of the space on my shelf. So what I may end up doing is taking those down and then just storing them somewhere until maybe I want to try my hand at making something decorative. But as a whole, I probably will not be using them. There again, maybe I'll put them up for sale on my website. I don't know. But anyway, I went ahead and got me some thread, because this is the thread that's called Sewology, and it's supposed to be a dupe. And here I am, I can't even think of the name of the dupe, or this is the dupe. I can't think of the name of the real one, but it doesn't matter. But I heard so many good things. I tried these out. I know when I went and I took my machine in, I was counseled not to use cotton, Clarkson cotton, or Clark, what is that? I don't even know now. It's been so long since I even looked at that thread. I can't even remember what you call it, because it breaks in your machine, it clogs it up, and I took their advice, so I don't Coats and Clark. So I don't, and that's an old thread. I mean, it's been around for good night generations, but so I don't use that thread anymore, and I don't buy thread by the bags in thrift stores anymore. But you don't know how old they are. They mess up your machine. They break, and not that you can't have little off-day issues with other threads that are supposed to be good. It does happen, But as a whole, I switched. So I'm using this Zoology thread more than any, and I love it. Now, you out there, maybe some of you are saying, oh, that's junk. I don't know how you could use that. I've had nothing but problems. Maybe. I don't know. I have not. And so the colors that I got, this one here, I got a black. No, you know what? That light makes that, from my camera, makes it look navy. If this is navy, it is so deep you could use this on black. That the camera's showing it wrong. It is not that bright in person. It looks actually black. I think I got a smaller one, so we'll compare it in a minute. But this was $1.99 because this is their big spool. And let me compare it. They have a little one too. Where's that one? That one's the brown one, I think. Or maybe that is the black one. I don't know. This is a smaller one. And this was 99 cents. But this, for 99 cents, you get a lot of thread. It's, where is it? 250 yards of thread. So that's pretty good. And I'm looking at this compared to this. And I'm thinking this is a navy compared to this one. I may be wrong. But this one kind of looks plumish, brownish. But the reason I got the darker colors is because even though I like bright colors, I am more of an earth tone person. And I've been making some summer items, and of course they're your lighter, brighter. But if you notice, they're kind of muted. I don't know, I prefer that best. I did get a purple and eggplant color. It looks really beautiful. I may actually have this color up there. I was not sure. I just went ahead and bought a bunch of colors. And this one here is a red, and it's a reddish orange. And I don't have any this color in this brand, because I still have a few up there that are older threads, and they don't have any label on there. So I'm not really sure what the brand is. That's why I kept it. And then I got some more for 99 cents. These are normally $3.50, but these small sizes at at Hobby Lobby are 99 cents. But I got this pretty blue. I got this pretty corally fuchsia pink. I'm not sure what you want to call that. And then I love this color sage. This is one of my favorite color greens. I got this one. And I may actually have this color up there. But I wanted to get it. And then I got a yellow. And yellow is a color that I don't wear. I don't know. I used to have a yellow skirt, and I think I actually ended up giving it away just because it was yellow. I don't know. I just don't find myself. So what I'm thinking of, these colors that I don't always wear, a day may come that I may sew something that it's not the dominant color, but it may be a color within the pattern, and I use that color. Sometimes you can do that, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you need to use the background colorway so it doesn't show up as bad. You know, it's to each their own. I don't know. I try to be appropriate. But anyway, I got this yellow one. And I got this one. It's more like a gold yellow. You'll be able to see the difference in the two colors. This is more lemon. And so I got those. And then I think I got two more. So I think I spent $18. Let's see. That's 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, by the time we had tax, it was $18. And then I got two of these colors. This color here, I think I may have two. I'd have to look. I think it's in a bigger spool. I'll have to look. But, and then this kind of grayish brown one. And these are colors I use a lot during the spring, fall, winter. Yeah. So I got all of those today at Hobby Lobby. Oh, here's my receipt. Let's see. Okay, yeah, $18.09. So I guessed it right on the money. I always look in Hobby Lobby too. They have a section for, you know, clothes that are clearance. Not clothes. Fabric that's clearance, you know, but for the most part, they've not really had any in my Hobby Lobby. I mean, just canvas and stuff that you can't really sew and wear. I mean, if you had a need for it, I guess, if you happen to come and they have it. And normally, most they ever give on their fabric off is 40%. And the last few times I've been in there, they've not even done that. So I don't buy a lot of fabric in there now anymore. I either go online to Fabric Mart because I love all their things. I've never bought anything that I did not like from Fabric Mart. And so I encourage you to try them out. And I know there are some other ones out there too that you could try out as far as sewing fabric and materials and that kind of thing. And so I got that. Let's see, what else did I get? Okay, and then we ended up going to the thrift store. And at the thrift store I bought 2 patterns. Now these patterns used to be 50 cents. They went up to $1.50. In fact, we have seen a increase in a lot. My hair is a mess, guys. I don't know what to do with it. Look at that. It looks terrible. And I put it up in this, here you can see it. I put it up in that band because it's so hot. And, I mean, rightly so, I think it looks better down. But, I mean, good night, it's going to get hot. And my hair is really thick. That is something that my hairdresser always points out. Your hair is so thick. And sometimes, depending on the style I'm asking for, she'll actually thin my hair out because it does better if it's thinner. And so, anyway, enough of that. So I got these 2 patterns. They've never been cut, and they're $1.50. Like I was saying, everything used to be 50 cents. But I don't want to pay $1.50 for a pattern that's already been cut and it looks like it's vintage and it's really old, and then I get it home and all the pieces aren't there. I mean, $1.50 is not that much money, but that's just like giving you $1.50 and then I can't use what I just gave you the $1.50 for. I mean, that's just silly. So I'm really careful about that. I have to really, really, really want the pattern to pay $1.50 if it's uncut. But this one is a 5831 Butterick pattern. And will I ever make this? You know, there's a strong urge in me to make it this year, actually. I just think it's awesome. October is when we have our costume ready for our church celebration that we have every year. Let's see, our pastor was 25 when he came. He is now, right now, 57. So he has been in the long haul. And it's called Anniversary Sunday, and it's the anniversary of our church coming into what it is now. Now it's over 40 years old. It was started in a woman's basement, and it's went through 2 or 3 pastors, and now we have the pastor we have now. But we have this celebration, and you dress up in a costume. And this is if those who've never heard this, and then you win a good amount of money and a gift card for your. And you get a ribbon for your costume. Now, I've not won in a long time. It's incredible. I'm wondering maybe it's because back in the early days there were a few of us that dressed up. I don't know. I guess that makes it sound like my costume's not that great. I don't know. But I loved last year's costume. And if you look on my line of videos, I wish I could say look up here and you'll see it. But it says Anniversary Sunday. You'll be able to go in and see it. But it was a huge black and white checkered skirt that I made, full skirt, and I had I bought a petticoat for it to go up underneath, and it's also black. I had black hose, black boots, zip up on the side. I had that blouse I actually think is in one of my, no, it's just too big of an ordeal. But it's a pattern I made a zillion times, only in a short-waisted shirt. And this here fabric was kind of like a stiff bubble type fabric, and it's got elastic forearm, elastic here, and so it poofed. And then I had a black corset. It was beautiful. I got myself a hat, like a bucket hat. I thought it was one of my most favorite costumes I ever did. And somebody else won. So you never know, because I don't know. I think it depends. I think who votes, I think it matters a lot of people's opinions and what they think about costumes and what they don't like and what they do like. And, you know, I'm not always the girl who's that little prairie girl with a bonnet on her head and an apron and so forth. Actually, guys, let me change that. The costume I just described was the year before. This past year is exactly that. I made a dress with long poofy sleeves, a bonnet that looks like a Santa hat. Not a Santa hat, but you know the way it's roughly right here. And it had a big bib apron up the top, went around. I spent hours on that too. And it came out beautifully. And I had a petticoat that hung below it. And I didn't win. So I don't know what it's going to take to win. You know, it just depends on. And then sometimes people are picked just because they've been in the church for whatever. I mean, I've been in the church 34 years. We've been going to that church. I don't know if it's more for a person, you know. They say, well, this is an old couple, so we'll just let them win. And I'm not trying to be a sore loser as far as that. Maybe that's okay once in a while, you know. But if you're going to give an award to somebody who has made the effort and it's first class, why would they not win? Anyway, my husband has given me this pep talk 100 times. Just do it for fun. If you win, fine. If you don't, fine. And in a way, that is what I do. Okay, I'm not going to say that if I don't win, I stomp around and I get mad and I have an attitude for 4 months. You know, that's not the way I am, okay? But there's always a part of me that thinks, good night, all the effort. But I guess what I have done is just added to my costume collection. One day I'm hoping that, I don't know where I donate my costumes to, but there's a lot of really nice things that I've done. And so I thought about going back to my costumes and picking something that I've not worn in a while and wearing that as my costume this year. I don't know if I will or not. This dress would be really awesome to make. The only thing about, and I have other patterns too that has this huge of a skirt. This skirt pattern, I mean, it takes over 8 yards. And unless you go to somewhere where they're having a really big sale, probably even, you know, I just thought of it, probably Fabric Mart is where I could go to look for some fabric. And I would say, because this fabric was, I think, just a little bit from being, because I didn't get an invoice, I just got a sticker that said what it is. I have to go and look at my order form. I got a fly up here that's bugging me to death, guys. And I might find out what I paid for it, but it was barely $6 a yard. It was on sale, and I don't remember the original price of it. But that's 4 yards, and I got that. Oh, wait a minute. I got that, yeah. It was $25, counting the shipping and handling. So, yeah, it was barely $6 a yard. So, you know, that's a thought now that I'm thinking about it. It takes voile. That's a very thin fabric, guys. Cotton lawn, lightweight cotton for the fabric of the dress. Then they're saying that if you're going to make the petticoat, which I would, you would need cotton blends, a muslin. We know what that is. Normally people use that when they're trying to make a dress fit them, trying to make adjustments so they don't ruin their actual fabric. So yeah, and for the petticoat, it's over 5 yards. So we're buying a lot of fabric here, but I thought it would be really neat. And it's just so nice up here. It's got buttons down the front. She's got a satin bow for the waistline. And it's just really nice. It just says history. I was hoping maybe if I could find, it has a loose fitting lined boned bodice, front extending to upper back, no shoulder seams, side back seams, gathered waist, inside ribbon skirt. They're really making this authentic because you've got the boning, you've got the inside ribbon on the front opening, and self piping. Wow, a lot of work. So see, I don't know if I would or not. And then also for $1.50, Simplicity 1139. No one's going to see your undergarments, of course, but if you're going to be authentic, I said, what fun, I'm thinking, what fun would it be to make the little pantaloon things here. And then you've got your corset. And of course, this is the dress here, but you would make it short so that you could either make it this, I guess. Well, you'd still have to cut it off because you're not going to put all this skirt into your trousers, or you can get this big blob. So you'd have to shorten that, I would think. And this too is also a new one. So, yeah, not been cut. So I got a really good deal. I thought both patterns for $3. And then also at the thrift store before I left, I was actually on my way back, and I cannot believe this. I don't even know. This is the first time opening it with you, so I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to cut it here. Let's see, we've been here 25 minutes already, guys. If you're still with me, I really appreciate it. I know I'm kind of being slow here. But I paid $5, like I said, for this. And I do not even know how much is here. But guys, this is a real light linen. Can you believe it? Look at this. And it's still unrolling. Absolutely. So it's probably about 35, it's probably about 45 inches, 44 inches wide. But as you can see it, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's beautiful. And I love that it's so lightweight. It would make such a pretty dress. And it's flowy, flouncy. It's a really nice woven linen, cotton linen. It's beautiful. And it's this really light purple. It actually almost kind of looks like that blue purple called Good Night. It's one of my favorite colors. I think this color was going to look really nice on me. It's called some of you that are watching thinks of it, tell me. In fact, I just saw a car today made of that was this color, and I mentioned it to my husband. You rarely ever see that color. I can't think of it, but there is a lot. I mean, a lot here. Let's see if we can try and do that old thing where you take it and you put it on your nose and you try to see how long it is. Supposedly from your nose to your arm out, it's a yard. I mean, I'd have to get my tape measure to truly measure it. Okay, let's see. So we're going to put my arm straight out. So this would be 1 yard. That looks about right. 1 yard. Okay, let's try it again. This would probably be, that looks like about a yard. 2 yards. Whoops. Three yards. Good night. There's probably about 3 and 5/8 of a yard. It's just this little bit left right here. About right here. I dropped it, so I kind of lost it. But it's probably about here left over. But nearly 4 yards here for $5. Golly God, what a deal. The thing about this is, wouldn't this make a beautiful dress in that pattern with the big skirt? Where did that go? I want to get it so you can, my chair. I want you to kind of visualize it with this fabric. Look how beautiful that would be. But you have to have 8 yards for this. Yeah, I think I may be looking on Fabric Mart, because I know for a fact in my stash I had never had that much at one crack. 4 yards for the most part is normally the most fabric that I ever buy at one shot. And I actually got this at the thrift store. It's something that I look at. I mean, I used to buy fabric just because I liked it at the thrift store. It was nice. It was really cute. It was this or it was that. I mean, I have bought wool there at the thrift store that I've made my pencil skirts with. And I'll be back to wearing them this winter again. But because I have so much fabric now, I thought, you know, I'm going to have to be really picky when it comes to buying fabric. And I have to have an absolute project already in mind before I buy it. And this is beautiful. Wouldn't it have been great if there'd been 8.5 yards. God. But anyway, that's all, guys, I have today. I hope all of you are having a great day. It is so humid. I mean, humid to me is when you go outside and you sit there and you're like there 2 minutes and your whole skin begins to perspire. This morning when I was out, my skin was actually sticky. So I'm sure we're going to need to wash tonight. I mean, it was so sticky when I put my hand down, it would peel away. That's how nasty it is outside. So we have storms coming later tonight. I think it's in the forecast. I don't know how severe they are. And then after that passes, then the end of the week we're supposed to have hot weather, still muggy. And so that's the good old summertime for you. Well, anyway, I'm going to say goodbye here. If you've not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would put a thumbs up. Tell me that you liked it. Oh, you know what? At Menards, did I tell you that? Did I even show you that? Our Menards, I didn't even show you that. Our Menards is going out of business. And the guy at the store told us that it wasn't them shutting down completely, you know, like Joann's. But it's because this particular one here in Kansas, for whatever reason where I live, it's not getting much business. They're actually losing business. So they're going to actually shut that down. And they were saying that it was supposed to go up into, I think she says September. If they wait all the way up till September, there's not going to be anything in that store. In fact, I believe they may be even shut down before then. Because right now the store is up to 90% off. That means up to. So we saw 30% off, we saw 40% off, we saw 50% off, and we did see 90% off. So it just 75% off. So it just depends on what the item is and so forth. So what I did is, I know some friends in my church. I called several of them and said, hey, did you know Menards is shutting down? And they had already heard it. Some of them had already been there and gotten stuff because they're teachers. And then I had another lady that I talked to. So I got her some little testaments. She's going to pay me back. But some little testaments. They're blue and pink. And when the ladies and so forth in our church have babies, we have like a dedication, and the pastor gives each one of the little babies their own little Bible and signs their name and such, which when all my kids were young, in nursery and so forth, we had our children, they all got little testaments too. It made me think about asking them, do you want your testament? Because I still have all them in my my little filing cabinet. It's packed with so much stuff. I don't even know what half the stuff is in there. But, so yeah, I need to ask them, do they want it? But so I got several Bibles for her. They had been 10, so they were half price. So they saved a bunch there. And then I got her some file folders, you know, instead of getting a no boring manila file folder, you know, those yellowish off-white things. I got a pack, the only one pack left. The others are geared more to children. But they were bright colors like green and coral and red and blue. They're really pretty. So I was able to get her a pack of those. And then I think that was all that I bought her. But I bought me some. I got 2 bottles of this for my the little glass bottles. It's a deodorizer. It can actually be for your linens, you know, like your sheets and so forth, in your closet and your towels and such, I guess. Even maybe your lingerie, you could use it. I don't know, but I got it specifically to spray in the air. And this one here is called Relaxing Mint Leaf and Mandarin. And smells really nice. And then the other one I got is called, it says it's uplifting, and it's lemon and bergamot. And this is the one I actually have already tried since I've been home in my house, in my room. It's my favorite of the two, but I liked them both. And since they were clearance, I guess these had been 12 something. I got them for $6. So there again, that's half price. So, yeah, so that's pretty good. So that's what I got me from Menards. Now, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll say goodbye here. Bye.